Correct. I'm one of the evangelists of Google. We're responsible for North America, and we have about 150 communities around North America. And Women Tech Makers is one of the programs that we support. We also have a group of experts, a group of groups. So this is our first inaugural event in celebration of International Women's Day and that month. So I'm not going to take too much time. I'm going to hand over to our GDG lead and Mary here to kick things off and introduce our first speakers.
Yeah, I'm Mary Lubel. I work at Mappton, and I would like to welcome you all for coming to this event this evening.
Hi everybody. My name is Tomas Villa. I work at Applied Work. I'm an engineering team lead, and I am the GDG lead for the Waterloo region. So thank you guys for coming by, and I won't waste any more time, and I'll just introduce our first speaker, Mandy Gu, who is a computational linguist from Kite. So if you guys will put your hands together for Mandy Gu.
Working as a computational linguist, and what that means is that I help computer systems understand and process human languages. So today I'll be talking to you about a personal mantra that I've kind of been living my life by, and that's to never stop exploring and to never stop learning. So throughout everyone's lifetime, everyone's given tons of opportunities to learn, to try different things, and to grow your skills in a certain way. So growing up, I've always been the type of person who's been overly enthusiastic about trying new things, about jumping onto new opportunities, and to try out as many new things as I possibly could. So I went to school at the University of Waterloo. I studied statistics, and the University of Waterloo has a great co-op program. I was really fortunate to have completed that program, and it was also a great experience for me to work in many different companies in many different sectors. So I started out doing more business-related work. I did an internship for a marketing position, and also for an analyst position, and I thought that was really interesting, but I also wanted to try more things. So eventually, I tried out placements in analytics and data science sectors as well, and during that time also started my own recreational sports business, which I ran for about a year and a half. So the cool thing about trying out all of these different placements, all of these different work, is that even though I never really found something which I wanted to do, I learned what I didn't want to do. And that to me was just as important. And a lot of my earlier experiences, even though they have nothing to do with my current goals and aspirations, they actually taught me a lot about soft skills, about foundational skills, and I found later on that these were hard to come by than just technical know-how. So navigating through these different opportunities has been one of the most rewarding but also challenging aspects of my career. And the challenging aspect is that every time you're starting something new, you're starting from the ground up, you're the new player, you're the junior member, and you're always learning. So that's been really rewarding, but also very challenging. So I'd also like to share a quote that I paraphrase, which meant a lot to me. So this quote has been shared many times, and I had difficulty tracing where it came from. But the gist of it is that people tend to overestimate what they can do in a short period of time, but they underestimate what they can do in a long period of time. So life is all about balance, and one of the biggest balances, one of the most delicate balances in our careers is that between optimism and realism. We tend to be overly optimistic about what we can achieve in the next day or the next week, and we tend to be more pessimistic. We don't have a good idea of what we can do in the long term. So this is one of the more important lessons that I learned through running my own business. And even though the business didn't really turn out to be a success, I learned, it kind of taught me that if I put my mind to it, if I continuously spend the time in it, then I can accomplish a lot of things. So 2 years ago, when I kind of by chance stumbled into a data science position, I was, from a technical perspective, I was very unfit. I could barely code, I could barely understand very introductory. I struggled really with the just introductory computer science courses, and I wasn't able to apply anything I learned into the work that I was doing. So I spent a lot of time trying to learn new things, 30 minutes here, 3 hours there, and the first few hundred hours was probably 90%, 95% failures. A lot of it was just stumbling around, making way more mistakes than I can remember, but eventually that did pay off. And a year and a half later, I was becoming comfortable writing production level code, developing my own machine learning algorithms. And to think about how far I came, that was pretty incredible. I am currently, sometimes I'm doing things which I would have never imagined to be possible just 2 years ago as I was struggling to set up my IDE. And just understanding what we can accomplish in the long term just by this steady trickle of perseverance is something that has been very valuable to me and something that I'm going to take with me throughout my career. So I want to end my presentation with this really cool infographic on the power of playing games, about how if we just invest a little bit of time every day, we can make ourselves a lot better in the long run. Thank you for listening.
Okay, awesome. So thank you, Mandy. Next up, we're going to switch it up a little bit. We have Ashton Rankin from Vidyard